This XP workstation will become my domain workstation, so I'm going to add it to my domain. I'm going to install Excel and download the bulk user account spreadsheet and then the script file. Alright, then the next thing I need to do is set my NIC card to use my domain controller's DNS, and I'll give it an IP address. Alright, so back on the XP workstation, I've set my NIC card to be in the same IP range as my domain. I'm pointing my DNS server address to my Active Directory domain server. So when I go to add this workstation to the domain, it will find the Active Directory DNS entries. So I can add that. Go to right click on my computer, go to properties, click on the computer name tab. Let's change the name here, XP, so it's going to be Miller XP. Restart that. I recommend restarting the computer after you rename it before you add it to the domain, because a lot of registry entries change when you rename a computer, and if you're renaming it and adding it to the domain at the same time and it fails, how do you know which one failed, renaming or adding it to the computer? Alright, so my NIC card is set. I've renamed my computer. Now I can add it to the domain. If you don't get this authentication window, then your NIC card is not finding your domain's DNS server. And it will come up right away if your NIC card is set correctly. And another restart. Alright, now that it's been added to the domain, when you go to log in, you want to click on the options button so it reveals what you're logging into. You don't want to log into the workstation, you want to log into your domain. You want to log into your domain using the domain administrator account, and hopefully you have synchronized the passwords so that they're the same as on the domain as on your workstation. Okay, so now I need to go out to our SharePoint and download the Excel application. Okay, so I now have Excel installed on my workstation. Now I'm going to go out to Blackboard and download the template. Okay, so I've created a workstation, I've added it to the domain, I'm logged on to the domain from the workstation, I've added Microsoft Excel, and I now have my template customer list and my template script file ready to edit.